Jupiter is built from the same raw materials as the Sun, mostly hydrogen and helium. If it had gathered 80 times more mass during its formation, it would have ignited nuclear fusion and become a second star. Instead, it exists as a gas giant, so massive that 1,300 Earths could fit inside its volume. This scale generates a magnetic field 20,000 times stronger than Earth's. It projects an invisible field of high-energy radiation that stretches far enough into space to engulf the orbit of Saturn. These localized forces are lethal to everything nearby. The planet's gravity kneads the moon Io like dough, triggering constant volcanic eruptions, while the moon Europa is trapped within the core of a massive radiation belt. Studying these mechanics is uniquely difficult because it lacks a solid surface. To see how this world operates, we must descend directly into the clouds. To map the violent nature of this giant, we must survive an environment where extreme physics escalate the deeper we fall. The outermost atmosphere consists of ammonia ice clouds swept by jet streams. These incredibly violent winds tear across the entire planet at speeds that far exceed the speed of sound on Earth. This photographic detail shows the Great Red Spot, a single cyclone observed for at least 400 years, and it is incredibly wide enough to swallow Earth entirely. Recent data reveals the vertical scale of this storm, tracking a vortex that extends hundreds of kilometers deep into the atmosphere. As we descend further, the atmospheric pressure multiplies. Massive lightning storms begin to strike across the dark middle layers of the sky. These lightning strikes fry methane gas into thick clouds of soot. As this soot falls, the crushing pressure crystallizes the carbon, producing a continuous rain of liquid diamond falling toward the interior. These depths are the absolute limit for human engineering. This is the Galileo probe, which gave us our first direct measurements of this environment. In 2003, it was deliberately plunged into the atmosphere, where it was completely crushed and vaporized by the extreme pressure before it could reach the deep interior. The violent weather we see from space is just the byproduct of a massive pressure cooker operating in the dark layers below. In the deep interior, the pressure becomes millions of times greater than the surface pressure on Earth. This weight triggers a critical phase transition. The hydrogen gas is squeezed so tightly that it transforms into a conductive liquid metal. This cross-section shows the metallic hydrogen layer, a massive churning liquid engine generating enormous electrical currents. This metallic ocean powers the radiation in space, generating magnetic field lines that shoot outward, breaching the surface to form the planet's lethal radiation belts. For decades, planetary models suggested that the absolute center of this world was a solid, rocky core. However, data from the Juno probe shows the core is actually a fuzzy soup. It is a region heated to 30,000 degrees Celsius where heavy elements dissolve seamlessly into the metallic gas with no solid boundary. Jupiter defies standard planetary logic. It is not a simple gas ball, but a bottomless pressure cooker housing extreme states of matter. If we shift our perspective from the interior back to the solar system, we can see how this mass affects our neighborhood. Jupiter's gravity is so dominant that it operates as the solar system's primary vacuum cleaner. Its gravity well captures rogue comets and deflects dangerous asteroids, absorbing cosmic impacts that would otherwise drift toward the inner planets. This photograph shows the aftermath of comet Shoemaker-Levy 9. In 1994, Jupiter's gravity captured the comet and tore it into 21 fragments. When those fragments slammed into the atmosphere, they left these dark impact scars, each one larger than Earth. Without Jupiter acting as a gravitational shield to absorb this debris, catastrophic collisions on Earth would be significantly more frequent. The most hostile, uninhabitable monster in our solar system is the essential architect that allows the fragile,